In this video, we're going to be showing y'all how to throw dots, especially with money plays, and be able to lead the ball like the way you're going to see me lead the ball right here and get perfect passing every single time with the settings that I'm using and everything else that I'm doing when it comes to passing the ball deep for money plays. First things first, let's talk about my settings. Now, this is the most important thing right here, the passing type, placement, and accuracy. People on Classic are not going to be able to do a lot of the money plays. Placement and accuracy just gives you so much more freedom, control of the ball, where you lead it, going up, going down to the side. This is what you're going to want. Now, the passing slowdown, I'm going to have this on max when we're in practice because I want to show you more or less when to release the ball, all that good stuff. It's just going to give you a better visual of it. So, again, that's something you can't do online, something you can only do offline. The pass lead increase, small. You don't need it any more than this. You don't need it on medium. You don't need it on large. Small is where it's at. Now, if you're comfortable and you have complete control of this, by all means, put it wherever you want. But this is all you need, especially, again, for my money plays that I do that you see me throwing perfect with all the time. Small is where it's at. Reticle speed, 3. Again, this is the safe zone. You don't need it at 7. You don't need it at 10. You don't need it at 11. But if you have mastered it at whatever speed you're comfortable with, by all means, use your speed. For me, it's 3. You don't need any more. You don't need it any less. From here, we're going to jump into the practice mode, show you a couple throws, when to lead it, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and jump to the practice field. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just throw a couple of different passes and just get familiar with the power meter, when to release the power meter, all that good stuff before we even talk about freeforming. So let's go ahead and do that. So when you see the power meter, you're going to see 2 larger white bars. You want to get as close as you can to that first white bar. Now, some quarterbacks are going to be different, and this is when attributes play a factor. Sometimes the white bar won't even appear. Sometimes it'll be further up, further down. It just all depends on your quarterback. And I'm going to show you how to get a perfect pass with Dak Prescott to this outside right here. For him, you have to be slightly past the white bar when you actually do get a white bar, because there's going to be times you do not even see a white bar, which I'll show you right here. So there you've seen that little white bar that the first time I threw it, it was before. The second time it was after. Now this time you're not even going to see a white bar. This means release it right before the power meter fills up. And that's how you get that baby blue. That is the best pass you can get in Madden. That is a perfect dead-eye accuracy pass right there. So whenever you don't see that white bar, you're going to get as close as you can before you fill up the meter. Don't go past it, because then that's when you get your red passes or your yellow passes. Now, mind you, there's no pressure, there's no defense. So I'm going to get a pretty good pass no matter what, even if I'm a little off. But again, when you don't see that white bar, you're going to go as far as you can and then release the ball. That's how you're going to get your perfect pass when there is no white bar. Again, let's throw it to B. Now you're going to see that there is a white bar, and you want to get as close as you can to that white bar. And you're going to have to figure out with your quarterback or the quarterbacks that you like to use, when is it better to release, before or after? Because some are actually before and some, like Dak Prescott, is after. So that's more or less what your power meter is going to look like when you're going to want to release the ball. And it might change depending on, if you're throwing it on the run. So let's see if it changes. Like right there, I'm not going to get a white bar. And that's where throwing on the run comes into play. Like I still did a perfect pass, but because his throwing on the run is probably not the greatest, I got an orange. But as long as the release is the same, you'll still get a decent pass. Let's see what it looks like when we do a on the run to B right here. See, just throw it. And I was actually moving my left stick, which you don't want to do when you're on the run until you're done with the power meter, which we're about to get into right now. So now let's go ahead and talk about freeform. And when are you going to do it? Again, you're going to finish the power meter before you even move your freeform. So don't even hold LT. Don't even move your left stick until you're done filling up the power meter. So we're going to fill up the power meter, and then you're going to see me move my icon. You've seen the icon move, and I kind of let that a little bit too much. And this is where that speed reticle comes into play too. If your speed reticle is too fast, you will move this ball way further than you actually want to. So let's go ahead and do this again. Finish the power meter and then freeform. Now I'm freeforming. I'm not going to freeform as the power meter is going up. You do not touch that left stick. You get off of it. If you're throwing on a run for example, let's do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get out the pocket. Once I start throwing, let go of that left stick and then move your power meter. And you can see right there, we actually got a green pass on the run. That is very important. Do not touch that left stick while you're throwing the ball until the power meter is finished. So again, let's show you with RB right here. We're going to finish the power meter and then move this the reticle to the inside. And that's how you're going to get these money plays off. Like, you have so much power and freedom with where you can lead this ball. So like, okay, for example, RB's going to the inside, right? So what we're going to do with the free form is we're going to make them go to the outside. Let's say there's a safety to the inside. Well, we're going to make them veer out to the outside. That's the power of free forming. That's why I say this is the best pass settings. In my opinion, some people will say revamped or classic is the best. But to be able to have that, like, for example, like let's put CD Lamb on a corner route. Well, so we'll do something like this. So if I wanted to, like, let's say the cornerback is underneath, we're going to lead this ball up and just give him a, there's a better chance of rat catching it and getting that touchdown. Let's say that the cornerback is actually playing deep and we're just trying to get that, maybe out of bounds, or we're just trying to get that catch for 15 yards and make a possession catch. Well, now I can lead this ball, finish the power meter, then move it down and keep us away from that cornerback. That is just the power again and just the freedom of having that placement and accuracy. That's pretty much it when it comes to throwing these money plays downfield, having the control of placement and accuracy, knowing when to release the ball, knowing when to freeform. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into some real gameplay and show you that you can get this done even in real games. All right, we had a good little defensive stance. Let's get on offense and throw some money plays. So let's put Turpin here. Brandon Cook there, that's fine. I think we do need to get to a hash mark. Oh no, we're actually on one. Did I come out in dagger? Okay, cool, we're good. Might be able to get a money play right here. Now, you don't always need to freeform. And that's one thing that you're gonna have to learn as you're playing the game, when to freeform, when to not freeform. But at the end of the day, like I said, I think freeform is gonna help you more than it won't. Let's see, this might be man coverage right here. Maybe I can get a good lead pass right here to the inside. So like right here, I'm getting a good lead pass. That is where freeform comes into play big time. We were even speed right there. That's 96 speed cornerback, 96 speed wide receiver, shoulder to shoulder. But because the cornerback was on the outside, I freeformed to the inside and it gave me a good look. Those are chances I'm going to take all the time, knowing how I can lead the ball. Again, that is just the freedom and the power of having that freeform. Right here, I might hit him with a corner route. Let's see what we got going on. I've been wanting to try this double inside post right here. So what I've been wanting to do, motion out Cook. He could be in man coverage though. I'm gonna drag B. You know what? Let's just put a crow route. Might be covered to man. If it is, I'm going for CD Lamb. It is. Brandon Stevenson is not that good to be locking up my boy like that. Come on now. I got love for Brandon Stevenson, but come on, you can't be locking up my guy like that. Let's see, what can we go to right here? Let's go back to our quads. Go back to our quads. We're gonna run this right here. And usually when you're doing short passes like the one I just did, you don't have to freeform. I just held my left stick down really. And you'll get the results you need. He might be in cover 2 man again. If he is, we'll run another crow route. Let's see. I don't think. Well, Marlon Humphrey's in the slot probably. Look at my turn. Yeah, if he's running, yeah, this is basically, yeah, this is definitely a zero blitz. And I don't think he's pressing, so we should be able to get this off. Let's get everybody out the way. I'm going to go to CD Lamb again. I should be able to get this off. Oh, he's playing CD Lamb, so we're going to go over here. What a play by Kyle Hamilton. What a play. He threw me off by playing the cornerback on the left side. Go to something like this. Where's our tight slots? Is it tight or tight slots? Tight slots. Here we go. Corners and goes. This is one of the best plays against man coverage right here. You got that whip route by the tight end. You got the zig route by the running back, or not the running back, by the slot wide receiver. Do something like this. And we're gonna look for the zig or the whip. Pretty simple against man coverage. He's playing CD. So we got that whip route. Get in there. Well, let's line down. Let's run that back. Let's run that back. Actually, this formation really has a good run play. So we're going to take this against this mid blitz. We should get good results unless that happens. Okay, let's line back down. Let's go back to our zig routes. Let's go to our zig and whip. We'll do this. Put him on a quick out, motion him back in. Let's put B on a corner, stem down. He's still watching it. That was a bad pass by me. I shouldn't have let that at all. I should have just, see, that's a bad freeform right there. I actually freeformed that down when I shouldn't have. Let's just do this actually. Let's just run a regular mesh concept. Drag routes get open against man coverage. And look at that. We are wide open. Why did I throw that? Okay, now we're just playing terrible. Let's go to what we know. Let's go to what we know. I don't know what I'm doing now. We're over here just all over the place. Let's get something going that we know is gonna work. Go get our motion cheat play out. Our motion cheat play out. This should give us the first that we need, or not the first, but the touchdown. Simple play. And coverage. We're gonna throw that. Easy money. Get there. I like it. I'm taking that all day. But you see what the freeform can do for you. The way that I was able to get away from the cornerback that was the same speed as my wide receiver because he was on the outside shoulder, and you know, vice versa. If he was on the inside shoulder, then we're gonna lead that ball to the outside. And you gotta master that freeform. And this is why I will always say that this is the best pass settings over revamp, over classic. Now if you're somebody that can just dot up and you don't need to be able to freeform like that, by all means, if you have a good quarterback, stay on classic. Classic is the best way to go if you have a top tier quarterback with the best stats. But on placement and accuracy, you can take a bad quarterback and get him to throw as good as one of the best quarterbacks because we have full control when we're leasing, when we're free forming, all that good stuff.